He's one of Boba's vassals. Anyway, so he comes in, played by a really cool character actor we've seen a million times over in a million things over. Anyways, and this guy's like, I'm being robbed of these people, these young people who use droid parts. We're talking about cyborgs. We're getting cyborgs. I was not a huge Star Wars Legends reader and participator, so I don't necessarily know. I'm sure they probably covered droids, and I mean not droids, but cyborgs. And obviously we've got Vader and some others, so we do know those exist. Anyway, so these kids. So what does he do? Boba goes down. Boba Fennec and the pigs. They go down. Literally the pigs. I'm clever. Anyway, and so they go down, and you see these kids just hanging out outside, and and literally they're kids. They got these cool looking, I don't know, space Vespas. I guess that's the word.
You can't just add a sci-fi word to a car word and hope it means something.
And the kids are kind of like, hey man, I'm not impressed. Okay, we know who you are. And so they give him some song and dance about the price of water and everything else. And so he's like, well, you want a job? And so he basically hires them. The water guy's ticked off. He says they owe like 1,300 credits. And he's like, Boba gives him 500 and says, be happy. That's it. Dude's not happy. So eventually we get our very first, and I don't know, I don't think it's final. And I'm gonna go back to this at the end of this. I'm gonna circle back. So Boba heads into town, and we see a scene very reminiscent of one that we saw in The Mandalorian, which is Boba walking by these stormtrooper helmets that are all erected on spears. Clearly, the Empire's been kicked off the planet. And in a blink and you'll miss it moment, as Boba's walking by, you see a mechanic, a very friendly lady we recognize from The Mandalorian, and her followed by her little droid guys. Anyway, they're the ones who fix the Mandalorian's Din Djarin, his ship and whatnot in back in Mandalorian season 1, and then you revisit them again in season 2.